Welcome to Kentucky Gunslingers, and what we have here is the Beretta CX4 Storm, which is Beretta's pistol caliber carbine, and this one in particular is a 40 caliber. Beretta makes them in 9mm as well as 40 caliber. They used to actually make them in 45 ACP, so you may see some of those still floating around either as a used firearm in a gun shop, or you may see folks demonstrating them out there in the world. But the 45 ACP was discontinued. So now all they're offering is the 9mm as well as the 40 cal variation, which you can see in this video. So we'll cover some of the high points of this, as well as what I consider to be a pretty striking opportunity for it. That's good to know as well. First, let's cover some of the features. So first, the barrel. Barrel's really nice, hammer forged, chrome lined, really durable and accurate. It is made of a two-piece, an upper and a lower, that you can see that's forged polymer. Very tough, very light. Has more of a pistol grip style action where the magazine feeds Uzi style into the pistol grip. And when you're looking at it, you can see it's even sort of a pistol design as far as the grip goes. The stock's really comfortable with a nice pad on the back. Have your cheek pad on top of the stock as well. Really light, really durable, really tight for a pistol caliber carbine. Pistol caliber carbines are nice because they have more velocity. They can run more velocity off of a pistol round than your average pistol will. A couple of things that are unique to this. Beretta actually designed them to run off of their pistol magazines. So the CX4 Storm can come either using the 90 series magazine that you find in the 92 pistol and the 96, or the PX4 magazine that you find in their PX4 pistols. This one in particular runs off PX4 magazines. The intention of this actually was to market to law enforcement. So folks that were law enforcement officers could use the same magazines as their issued Beretta sidearm. So they're carrying less magazines, and it also has the similar feel to where it's an easier transition from pistol to carbine. Now for a civilian, obviously, that helps too, because if you have a 90 series pistol or a PX4, you can use the same magazines as long as they're the same caliber. So if you have a 40 caliber PX4 pistol, you can use those same magazines in your CX4 Storm that's 40 caliber, which is great. Also, something unique about it is all of the controls can be flipped over to left-handed. It comes from the factory for a right-handed shooter, so everything now is set up for right-handed, but you can flip everything over, including the charging handle, the safety, everything can come over to left-handed. So if either you want to practice shooting with your non-dominant hand, or if you're left-handed dominant, you can switch it up to shoot left-handed, which is great. Now, with that being said, I can't say it's fully ambidextrous. And the reason is because the bolt release is not switchable. The bolt release has to stay in the position on the left side. So if you're a left-handed shooter, you're going to have to get your hand out and either reach over the top or get your hand out of the grip and push the bolt release down in order to lock it back in. That's the only thing that makes it not fully ambidextrous. The sights on it are actually really nice too. It has your L-shaped iron sight in the back that flips. You can flip it for more short or long distance. The front post is actually adjustable for windage as well as elevation using a proprietary tool that Beretta includes with the firearm. So it's not something you have to go buy on your own. That tool comes with it. Now, adjusting that though is a little wonky because the tool just locks in here and you turn it to the elevation or the windage that you're looking for. So it's not like a just turn dial on the fly, like if you have a sight that has a lever or a turning knob on it where you can just quickly adjust for windage. That's not this, but it can be adjusted if you're doing some different types of shooting at different ranges. I can't highlight enough how light and durable it is, and it adds to its accuracy. It's really nice and comfortable to shoot as well. This well that is in here for the pistol grip, it doesn't get in the way, it doesn't hit your hand, it locks into the shoulder real nice, really comfortable to shoot, and it's really accurate because of that. So there is a downside that I have to call out, and it's the trigger. And folks that know me are probably groaning right now because I always call it the trigger. In the civilian market, there is a premium on 3 to 5 pound triggers that can be very crisp with very limited or no creep. In the military, you find triggers, and a lot of my military friends favor, 6 or so pound triggers because it definitely removes the chance of accidental discharge when you're aiming. And once you get used to it, it can be really accurate. If you're going to call a trigger heavy, this trigger is heavy. This trigger comes in around a 10-pound pull. So it's very heavy and very creepy. It's also from the factory made of plastic. That is a plastic trigger. So what we have here is a really nice and well-made pistol caliber carbine that was very thought out to be a coexisting firearm for someone who's using a pistol by Beretta. Runs off the same magazines, runs off pistol caliber ammunition, has really well thought out sights that are adjustable, really well thought out barrel that is chrome lined for accuracy and durability, has really thought out controls that make it very easy to operate and switch from pistol to carbine with limited practice. So if you're really used to the pistol, you'll get the carbine down quick. All of that was well thought out. And then there's a 10-pound plastic trigger. So that's the downside. And with that trigger being that heavy, it can take away some of the advantages of how accurate this firearm is. There are some companies out there, and I've looked into, that will actually redo the trigger for you. Now, unlike the AR platform, you're not just going to pop a trigger mechanism out of this. It is going to have to be done either if you know what you're doing or by a gunsmith or a company that can modify it for you. And a lot of folks have had great experiences doing that. I would say I've gotten fairly used to it and I've been really accurate with it, but it's good to call out. The last thing we'll talk about is the customability of this, the ability to be customized. It has plenty of spots that you can add rails. You can do side rails. There's a spot for a top rail. A lot of folks like to do optics on these. It's not as customizable as an AR, but it's close. You can put a good optic on it. You can put a red dot if you want. You can put a laser if you're into laser sights. You can put a flashlight if you prefer that. You just have to get the rail for the top. It comes with a little rail for the side, but you can actually get them where it clips on this side as well as the position on the other side, and you can have a rail on the bottom and a rail on the other side. So if you wanted to add a pistol grip and a light or something like that, you certainly can too, or a vertical front grip rather, not a pistol grip. So if you like the vertical front grips, you can add that to this as well, or even a bipod, which I've seen on occasion on these. So overall, it's really customizable, super durable, super light, really accurate. Love it. Runs off of, pistol ammunition in the same magazines you find on Beretta's pistols. The one downside I'd say is, the trigger's plastic and it's pretty heavy. So with that, if you're looking for a great home defense weapon or something that you're looking to get out with to hunt varmint, definitely I would say look into this. If you're into pistol caliber carbines, they typically run $600 or $700, which in my opinion is a great deal. You can still get a high point for $300 or $400 nowadays, and they tend to be reliable. In my opinion, they're less quality than this, which we'll do a video later and highlight some of that. But for this is really well made, really thought out. Only thing I would think about is a trigger pull. So with that, subscribe to the video, and if there's any questions, put them in the comments.